get my feels.
The FBI guy that lives in everyone's computer, like, hit him up just then. He's like, bruh, you got that message at the top right, bruh, he about to record. And he's like, yo, 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 yo. Don't record. I've actually been recording this whole time. Like, just since.
I'll probably, if my mic's muted, it's because I'm taking a drink.
Taking a drink?
Look at that shit.
In there. On them noobs, bitch.
Well, that's a good start to the podcast, actually. I need a boost,
We
Travis.
haven't got the game yet.
We're not playing games while we do this.
What?
I told you. Because my mechanical keyboard will fuck everything up while I do it.
Tevis.
It'll be like...
Travis is only here for the video games.
Where am I in the video games?
What?
I mean,
I mean, you guys can do
Where
whatever the
am I?
fuck you want, but I'm not.
where am I? Where am I?
Oh, I'm just searching up, good quotes for podcasts. So, when I feel it deemed necessary, it's gonna come out.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the middle of like a dumbass sword, and he's gonna be like, "Power is what you make when you," and then he's gonna struggle to read it and be like,
The majestic life of love is one that's intertwined with each other. The truth becomes.
He's like,
that. Oh, no.
"Yo, are you reading the fucking quotes at the end of fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender shit, eh?"
Yo, thanks.
The first rule of power: one cannot simply hold.
Yeah, with big power comes big responsibility.
Big
and that
responsibility.
which we hold up.
Let's
A
talk about
burden upon our shoulders.
What the fuck are you reading, you buck?
Bro, fucking. Nah, this is off the top of the dome, fam. Like, this is just shit to come.
There's a rock the microphone.
Yo.
Stereo with the freestyler. So we've started. So does anybody have any opening remarks you'd like to make to the On The Real podcast episode 2? The last one aired last year, this time last year? Actually a month ago.
Hey, we got the yearly podcast coming.
Don't plug your own fucking podcast on mine at the start.
The yearly podcast
You're gonna
coming.
earn that plug.
What the fuck, dude?
No, it's literally been almost a year since we did the On The Real.
I know, this is why it's On The Real podcast episode 2.
Smash that dislike button.
Fuck you. Let's go over to Courtenay's fish video on YouTube.
No.
Let's watch what we think about the yellowtails.
Yep. You're gonna get a link in the description or in the
Yeah,
comments.
link in the
No.
description showing YouTube. Travis, do you have a YouTube channel? You have one, but you haven't done anything on it, have you?
Yeah, I don't do nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're joined here today by Courtenay,
Hey.
and then we got Travis in the top right where he wanted to be.
Hey.
I thought you clapped.
I-
And then
yeah.
we got Totesnotviz, aka Big Fizz, aka biggest dick in the game, aka steal your misses, slam double pump, brown pump.
Yo, what's up?
I don't know what
All that and more.
power slam your misses like it's WWE John Cena. What? I got Batista
You
bomb you.
can't see me, homies. You can't see me.
So we're gonna talk random shit, but the point that I'm trying to make in this podcast specifically, that we can talk around if we want, is humble beginnings on YouTube and creativity stuff like music, and then obviously YouTube stuff, which I've done, Courtney's doing now, Travis is a consumer of, and then you got Totesnotviz over here. But
YouTube.com/Totesnotviz.
Totesnotviz. I'm gonna put it in the description. Courtney doesn't want me to link hers because she's like, I don't want people to watch it.
Because cringe.
Why is it cringy?
Because it's me.
No, I was actually like, I was talking to Dylan about it. Like, I actually kind of liked the video that you put out. Like, real talk.
Really?
I mean, I can understand how you would see it's cringy because I kind of felt the cringe when you were kind of making the video, but like like low
At
key,
least it's honest, eh?
low key, but high key. Like I kind of like I liked it because like you were kind of like I guess passionate about, like what you were talking about in the video, and I was like, yo, like this is cool. Like that's what made me kind of watch the video like a lot longer than like 10 seconds, because I was like, oh, okay, all right, like she's into the fish that she was talking about. So
Well, like a lot of the videos I watch on YouTube are like mostly about animals and like fish stuff. So it kind of like I've wanted to do it for ages, so like it kind of inspired me to do it. Like, cause owning fish is like really interesting. Like if you're into that sort of stuff, like you're mimicking the wildlife of where this fish is from, but
Right.
in a glass tank. Like you've got to keep an eye on like levels and stuff like that. Like it's just really cool. So the passion behind that kind of motivated me to like showcase my tank, and also it's like a way for me to like see how my tank progresses and like looks. So like I can look back at it in like a year or two and be like, wow, that's what my tank looks like this, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like I really want to like delve into like marine fish keeping and stuff, and I would like to showcase that on YouTube and like kind of show my trials and error of it, because it's a very intense, like, what's the word? It's not a hobby, but it kind of is. Like, like it takes up a huge portion of your life, like
Yeah,
looking
because
after
you're
these.
raising animals at the end of the day.
Yeah. And as I said, you're mimicking their wildlife. So with marine, it's like a whole nother level.
Well,
But
yeah, it's also very temperamental too. Like, since you've started, it's like when I was watching you, the process of like you taking care of the fish, bringing them home, what you have to do just to get them home is like crazy. So it's like,
yeah, and it's like a lot of trial and error. Like, unfortunately, like I had the big scare with the white spot, which is a parasite, and
yeah,
like it's a really unforgiving hobby. Like there's a lot of things that can go wrong, like for no reason or very easily. And yeah, I'm just kind of learning every day, and it's just cool to be like constantly learning new things.
Right.
But that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I just like sharing my knowledge.
So when you do YouTube videos, it's more aimed at like teaching maybe rookies how to take if they're thinking about
Yeah,
that sort of shit.
I just like sharing my knowledge. Like I like teaching people things. I like learning things, and I think that's what I want my channel to be, like a place to learn and kind of learn together, I guess.
Yeah.
oh, you definitely portrayed that in the video too, like
Yeah.
what you just said there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's cool to watch. Like I said, when you look at the video, it's like you're relaying information and stuff in a way that I could easily digest and understand at least, and I'm privy to it every day. And but yeah, so you're gonna put more videos out like that, or is your channel gonna be anything else or whatever?
I think I want to keep it with fish. Like maybe I'll expand to like other animals, like because I really want to keep reptiles again. Because I used to keep reptiles when I was kid, when I lived in the States. I had like Jackson chameleons and geckos, so I'd like to keep reptiles again. Kind of do, I guess, educational, but I don't want it to be so educational. Like I want it to be fun too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
And how often do you upload? You've just done the one, eh?
I've just done the one. I really need to make another video. I was thinking of making a video on white spot name, just to kind of explain like what it is and like how to treat blah blah.
Yeah, but I mean, your channel will be in the description regardless for anybody who does, because I mean, people do take an interest in that, especially even if they don't like fish. A lot of people just want to see what their friends and that are up to anyway. So maybe they'll just want to see what you're doing. Vienda, since you're sort of in the same sort of like, I mean, you're starting out YouTube. Well, you've been doing it on and off. I know you've been talking about doing it on and off for probably as long as I've known you. You and I have, hinted at the idea, and
yeah, I've kind of wanted to do it for a long time actually, and it's kind of been now since where I've kind of, I guess, been uh be able to do it. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, and how have you found? Because I know that you know you had a very different, and you still have a very different way of doing it. You know, like you wanted to have the good gear, and you were waiting for the perfect time to start uploading videos, and your schedule's a lot different to mine. So how did you come up with that sort of mindset and that?
Well, I mean, like I kind of had to, I guess, break that down in a sense because I realized, like just doing life, you know, just like going to work and stuff, that like there's never really a perfect time to do things, you know. Like I felt in my head that like if I kept making that excuse, like I was just never gonna get around to doing it. You know, I'd
Yeah.
procrastinate too much. So it basically came down to, all right, well, I've got a computer. Like oh, I've got things to get me started. So what can I do now until I get to I guess the ideal situation for myself. So what can I do now and not make excuses and do content? So like I guess that's where I'm at, where I'm just not making excuses and making content.
Yeah, and I at least think it's a respectful. I can respect that sort of like you're
Yeah.
waiting for the right time, and you know the
Yeah.
procrastination part of it. It's like, oh, one day I'll get to it, but then for you to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
decide,
yeah.
because I mean,
Yeah.
in at least in my perspective, you know, you and I could have done it while we were studying. All we had was time, considering you and I started not going to
Yeah.
course as
But
much, and
my excuse for that was I literally did not have a good enough PC to really do anything. Like I couldn't.
yeah.
So when I got a good PC, like that was it. Like I couldn't make no more excuses for myself. So
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I respect that even though you're working, because you've been, in at least in my opinion, very successful with your working. Like you've been working, regardless of how you feel about it, you've been working hard to get to where you are now, and I can
yeah,
respect that. And then, you know, like when we were back at course, not doing a lot, we were sort of fluffing around. Would have been the perfect time for either of
yeah,
us
for
to do
sure,
it, but yet you
100%.
chose now
Yeah,
to put yourself out there, and I can respect that, dude.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because
and I guess also sorry about
no,
that.
no, 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 it's all right.
Like also like with it, I guess like I was kind of I guess at that time scared to put myself out there,
Mm.
like you know because YouTube is the kind of thing that really like once you put yourself out there, you know you're gonna have to deal with you know the good and the bad things that come with doing YouTube, and like that I don't think at the time I would have coped with dealing with the negative stuff at the
Mm.
time, but
Yeah,
I
especially if
think I've
you'd hit
kind
it
of
off, yeah.
yeah,
I
and I think I've kind of like you know kind of I guess trained my brain or like you know like just throughout my experiences you know from then till now it's kind of like made me go all right like I kind of know who I am, I kind of know you know myself a little bit more, and I'm kind of comfortable with myself to do this.
Yeah,
So yeah.
which makes sense. Courtney, what were you gonna say?
was gonna say it's a bit like retail. Like
Oh yeah, for
you
sure, for
just
sure.
gotta you just gotta kind of like
Suck it up and just do it.
suck it up, yeah, and just be polite and just be kind.
Yeah,
Like, because
but I
at the end
mean,
of the day, you don't want to
yeah,
piss off the customer.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, like YouTube is like a good platform where, like, sort of like retail, where but like not in a sense where you kind of have to focus on the customer. Uh, I feel like it's more of
Yeah.
a like, it's like, all right, well, if this guy doesn't like you, like, who cares? Like, some other people are gonna like you, you know, and
Yeah,
and eventually you're gonna find your audience, you know, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I do understand like about like if someone does like enjoy your content, then it's like you want to do all you can to you know kind of impress them and kind of like engage with them so that they feel like they're part of your community sort of thing. So yeah, for sure, I understand that.
yeah. I mean, Travis, you haven't really dabbled too much in actual making videos or putting yourself out onto video for. I mean, you've been in my video since fucking what 20. When did we do the first Rocket League video we did? It was like what 2013
That was 2014 or
or
15.
14.
That was,
No,
13,
14 or
14.
15.
I still have that video too on the thing, and Vianda and I were talking about it yesterday. Like I should do something with it. Um,
Damn.
but yeah, like what is your perspective on it with not being part you know, been doing your own thing?
I don't know. I suppose I don't think I really want to. It's not a big thing for me. I've never thought about. Well, I have thought about it, but I've never had a drive or a goal or a plan to start doing things.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool that you guys are, and I'll just ride on those coattails, I guess.
Support the brothers, G.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could do interesting shit by myself.
In your way, it's more like you're with us in these podcasts and in the videos and in these little games we play and shit, just as like almost like a side character in a way.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely the day one homie.
Yeah.
That's me.
He's not the number
That's
one
me.
subscriber of Totesnotviz, so I don't know who was, but I'm going to find him and fight him. But yeah.
Can I really be a day one homie though? I wasn't allowed in the other episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you
my
watched
call.
the video, so
I watched
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
I was there. Was it streaming? It was streaming, right?
Streaming.
yeah, on Facebook.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
start.
It was live.
Yeah. With this podcast, we want to start streaming it as well, so that I'll probably stream it to Facebook and Twitch and then put the VOD up on YouTube. But eventually we want to do actual live podcasts as well, where, you know, we'll meet up somewhere with a laptop and a thing with 2 or 3 mics, and we'll sit down and talk about shit. As long as it's good and there's no wind and fucking Arctic blasts up the skirt tails and shit. I liked what you did, V, with the last podcast that you and I did on your channel, which it was really good. I said to Courtenay, I was actually really nervous for it because I knew that it was going to be different to how we do it on here. Like, soon I'm just going to open up the floor to talk about whatever. But I did really like that you had a vision and an idea and you stuck to what it was, and you gave me a heads up before what the topic was going to be. And I thought that it was really neat, and it was pretty ratchet that you didn't let Travis in.
Shoutouts. I mean, like, well, the only reason why is because, and you guys will know, like, coming to the future podcasts is that, like when I do podcasts, and the people that I bring on, and I only want like 3 people at max in it, because I guess it's, for me personally, it's like a nice balance between I guess a conversation to what do you call it, like a conversation. It would be a conversation balance in a sense, like, because 3 people is nice. Like when it gets to 4 people, it can kind of get a bit confusing and a bit messy. So
which is
whereas like I do
#OntheReal podcast,
which is not bad, but just for me personally, because I kind of like the little structural belt, like in the podcasts, and that's only because like of all the podcasts that I've like watching, is that it's kind of had that sort of feeling into it. So yeah. Sorry to digress.
And I look at I watch a lot of podcasts too, where they just, you know, you got the Joe Rogan podcast that I watch almost every time, where he'll just have someone on and open up the floodgates to whatever conversation happens. Sometimes it can go on for 3 hours. Sometimes it's an hour and a half. It just depends on what the topic is. As I said, I couldn't really think of a topic for this besides the topic of like creativity, whether it be music or YouTube or just playing games, like what Travis does with us and helps us in our creative process of making videos and stuff like that. Because I mean, also there's the back behind the scenes stuff, like the editing, which Viander and I have on a few occasions been in a Discord where we're both silent, just editing videos, and then getting confused because we think each other's talking to each other, but it's actually the fucking video that we're working on. Like, I'll be like, huh, what did you just say?
Yeah,
and he'll be like,
that's happened
so
much.
Yeah. And like, me personally, I find the editing part of it my favorite. Like, the creativity part of it is really cool. Like, the name Dual Core TV is, you know, I'm not Dual Core TV, or Courtenay isn't. It's just a platform for the Supersonic Space Monkey songs that I've made, the Muff plays, the season 1 of Fortnite, which is going on at the moment, the Far Cry videos, and in no way am I saying that it's going to be good. I've never done it. I just want to see what happens if I can do it. And like the editing of that's going to be a huge challenge, but I'm looking forward to it because, you know, it's my favorite part of it, which Sony Vegas is by far my favorite thing, because before that it was iMovie and that fucking sucks, and learning the different sort of tips and tricks has made it.
iMovie is like the Paint version of, like, comparing Paint to Photoshop. Like iMovie is that.
Well, it's for a consumer, you know, it's an Apple product.
Like the Paint.
Yeah, Apple products are designed for people who can just pick it up, use it, and put it down in 5-10 minutes flat. Like, you know, it's like the difference between an iPhone and a Samsung.
You gotta have Apple products to use it. That's a problem.
And it's like, I think about it like music, like, you know, being the performer, and Travis, I guess you could probably relate to this with being behind the scenes of a lot of music being recorded, and I don't know if you dabbled in sound stuff or anything like that, but sometimes that's more fun than actually getting up there and performing a song in front of heaps of people, you know?
Yeah. I don't want my face on shit. I don't want my name on shit.
Yeah, which is why you have this nice little Paint image.
Hey, I just want to contribute to the quality.
Yeah. And I think this podcast is probably going to be maybe... You know, the last one we did, V, was like on the fly. You know, I do regret that the second one didn't come out, but, you know, it's probably good that it didn't. You and I both know that went to some fucking... It
was one of those conversations where it's kind of left private.
Yeah.
And it should stay there.
I'm just glad that it went. It ended up corrupting, I think. Or I know.
But at least we know. Like, at least we know what went down.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think it would have been of a quality that I would have liked. Like, even, I don't know if you guys watched any of the Far Cry videos, but I was actually worried about the second Far Cry video because we were terrorizing that dude, Merle, and a part of me was like, fuck, I don't know if I can put this out, because we're genuinely fucking with this dude, like a couple of school bullies.
Yeah, but he ain't real.
Huh?
He ain't real.
No, but... You know, I was like, I did second guess and was like, fuck, what if somebody watches it and is like, oh, I'm Merle. I don't know. I'm an NPC that's bugged out and isn't going to fucking interact with me. I don't know.
Honestly, I didn't know, like, specifically what kind of content I was going to bring out, but I definitely knew, like, the kind of genre and kind of sections that I was going to bring out. But, I'm finding it really challenging to, I guess, dive into the other sectors, which is because I really wanted to get back into music and do music covers of songs, and I guess doing skits, you know, like just funny, like comedic skits.
Yeah.
Because basically that's me, and doing like sports stuff, like I don't know, maybe doing like some rugby stuff or like, you know, some basketball or like trick shots or something, like things like that, like.
It's almost like a lifestyle channel where you're just doing
like basically, and that's kind of what I wanted it to be. Like, it's like, because my whole philosophy with the channel is like, it's what you see is what you get, so sort of thing. And that's why, like, because I was kind of surprised how you were saying about editing was your favorite part. Like, to be honest, that's probably like my most daunting part for me. Like, I kind of
to get it out there, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole and it's always been me. Like, even with music, it's like I kind of like being simple about it. Like, I don't really like, you know, like putting in a lot of things into a lot of videos and making it like a YouTube, like, you know, YouTube worthy, I guess, video. It's more like more, I guess, hearing me in a sense, because remember when I was talking to you.
I think you're gonna say Harry.
Remember when I was talking to you today about like most of the focal points of my videos is like our interaction with each other. Yeah. Like our vocals rather than like kind of the gameplay. Yeah. So like the only thing that I want, like most of the times in my videos is it's like basically just where people can see me at, like, you know, just like a header or like a, you know, a footer like on my video, and like just where they can find me at Facebook, and that's it. Like I don't really want to like do any like pop down chats, scrolling chats, like donations and stuff. I mean, that'll come like in the future. Like maybe donation stuff because I know people like to see their names on the stream when they've donated.
Yeah.
But other than that, like really, I'm kind of really simple minded. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing. I'm not sure, but I guess I'm just going straight off instinct of what I wanted to do with my channel.
Yeah, and I think that I take a backseat a lot to content. Like when I was watching Far Cry, like I was partaking in it, but it was exactly what you said, like the interaction between Cullen and I, or like back when I would do videos with Travis, or the Courtenay video games with Courtenay segment I used to do, where her and Travis would play fucking whatever it was called, Depth, or whatever that shark game was.
In depth.
Or whatever it was called. I liked taking a back seat and then editing other people's videos so that I could create this sort of, like, I mean, the first thing you said to me after I uploaded that first Fortnite video is you were like, damn, that was actually like good quality. And in my head I was like, oh sweet, I can stop. But then I was like, nah, I'll just push it again, and I'll keep pushing it, and I'll start adding more music and more visuals, and eventually I'll get a really cool intro set up and stuff like that. But live streaming is going to be where I think the majority of my effort's going to go to once we move out of here and move to another place. You know, Courtney was live streaming a bit. She had more viewers than me in like a day back when Travis was fucking incapacitated.
Girl gamers.
Yeah, when she was playing Subnautica. And yeah, that's the idea, is I want to stream a lot more and then make VODs out of that for the YouTube channel. So I've got Twitch, and then I get to edit my own videos and make these sort of cinematic journeys, like the season 1 of Fortnite.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And
that's cool.
And just make it like a journey. And then I like interacting with the people when they message. Like I think I did a couple Facebook streams where people like Caleb and other guys were commenting on it, and I was like interacting with them, and it's really cool because you have these conversations with people that either you know or you don't. And you know, if they want to donate, then that's fine. I don't really care too much about that shit. That's not even really like a thought that I have. But
what's good with that? So like what's good with that? Also, it's like when you interact that you don't even know as well.
Are you on push to talk? Because your mic like keeps cutting out after every like couple sentences.
Nah. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Nah, it's
alright. But that's what I think of what's cool about streaming as well, is that you get to like meet people that you don't know, and it's kind of cool to, you know, kind of form a connection with that, you know, like with people that you don't know, and you kind of get like sometimes you don't get a click, but then there's times where you do, and you're just like, yo, like, this is cool, like, you know, some person that you didn't know like 30 minutes ago, you can kind of almost become like really good friends off it. And that's the one thing that I like about like doing this as a platform, or like doing this as a thing, is because it really opens like myself to like other people, you know, and that's one thing that hopefully I can you know, continue to do, is like meet a lot of people.
Yeah,
because I love interacting with people like so much. Like I do come off as I guess a timid person, but like when people like know me, like when you like know me, like instead of like just like at face value, like, you know, that like, you know, I'm like the nicest, like softest teddy bear type dude, like that you'll meet. But then like kind of people will kind of get this intimidation factor, because
Preach.
I guess just because of the I guess face value again. You know, they kind of don't bother, but hopefully through my videos and through streaming, like people can see the side of me that like, so they'll see my personality before they see like the face value thing, and yeah, hopefully that portrays in
and they'll choose to like it and choose to support it, or they won't. I mean,
you edit my videos.
Yeah, I would do it, but the thing is you have a very different idea of what you would want in your own video. You know, I can't pretend like I know what part of your video is important to you, because I like to cut a lot of the ONtheReal is the only thing that usually doesn't get edited at all, unless there's a gap of like a minute or something, or if I go and get a drink or take a piss or something, then I'll edit it out. But I usually there'll only be 1 or 2 cuts, unlike the gameplay videos that I've been doing that have, you know, like the Fortnite ones, just boom, 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 boom. It's like ADHD. It's just clip, 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 funny, ha, 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 meme, that sort of shit. We've pretty much gone over what I wanted to do. I wanted people to be able to, you know, watch this and maybe get an idea. Maybe some of our friends that'll see this have been thinking about doing it, or they can relate to it music-wise, or any sort of creative.
I think just like I guess we'll touch on like the people that want to do it, or you know, I guess the consumer side, like people like Travis and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I've only like kind of dabbled in doing the videos for like almost a month now, which like to my you know, own achievement, I'm kind of glad that I've been doing it for that time. It's really a process when it comes to making YouTube videos, I feel, because some people, like from what I've read, is that like some people have these like real structures on how to like do your YouTube channel, and like I guess how to gain subscribers and stuff. But and the one thing that I've taken from a lot of those videos is consistency. Like, that's kind of the word that's kind of been relayed throughout the most of the videos, and I feel like not only for myself but like for you too, is like it's just I guess being consistent and bringing out content, or like how do you find like the consistency factor? Like, do you think this is something that you're going to be doing like for I guess we'll say 6 months, you know, doing it consistently at your schedule? Like, because I think you do what, like just videos whenever you've got it ready to do, or like
because I'm constantly trying to.
Because mine personally, like I have like 3 videos ready to go, but I've kind of like disciplined myself to only do 1 video a week, because that's like I feel like that's achievable and attainable to do. It may not like increase my channel growth or, you know, like help it, but like I feel for me personally, like that's a good way for me to go about doing the videos.
I think it also has it says
and I just wanted to see like you, Dylan, is making 2 videos a week like gonna be your consistent thing, or like is it just videos whenever you want to make
it's
them?
just whenever. Like, I've had a lot of free time lately, which could change soon depending on how the trajectory of my work stuff goes. Is my mic muted?
We're gonna cut that out.
Hello.
Can you hear me now? I'm here.
Dylan.
What?
I think he's sleeping.
What?
Dylan. Hello.
Can you actually not hear me?
Hello, Dylan.
What the fuck?
I'm making milkshake.
I'm talking, you fuck. I'm fucking talking!
All right.
How can you guys not hear me?
Hello.
You can't hear me.
Dylan.
Oh my god. I really hope you guys aren't fucking with me.
Dylan.
You guys are fucking with me. I can see my
It went from
audio.
really serious to funny.
For the outtakes, I think.
Fuck.
Hello.
What the fuck, man?
Anybody there?
What the fuck?
Dylan.
Hey.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
It's
I'm gonna.
fucking
Okay, what we're gonna do real quick. I'm not back. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Why can't you hear me? Yeah.
Hey, back.
I'm back. Yeah. Can one of you? Oh, is it gone again?
Dylan.
Have I
Did you
died?
hear us then, or?
You're connected in another location. What the fuck?
That's the.
Can you- Can you not hear me again?
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
I got a message saying someone's on my account. It was
What?
like your voice
Yeah, it was
is.
me because you were signed in
It was you.
to your Discord on my phone, so I had to log out.
Oh my! Yeah. So you were on my account that whole time.
No, it wasn't.
All right.
I just.
How dare you?
So, in the podcast, I just watched it. I was freaking out, and my voice was recording. You can hear me panicking, going, "Boys," you're like, "Dylan," and I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. All right. So I'm gonna need an ad to play in between. So, Vianda, make something up, and I'll post it in with some cool music.
Now's the time to plug your podcast.
Yeah, we will be right back with a brand new podcast recording. Facts. Free facts. FREEFRX.
Free facts.
Did you say free roof racks?
Free facts.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in New Zealand, we have really shitty internet, and that's a fact. You can have
Free
that for
facts.
free. Just go to freefacts.com. That's FREEFAXX.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the On the Real. I'm sweaty. I have sweat in my stomach rolls.
Yeah, Vid, you're a sexy motherfucker. Yo, if you want a drink, you know the
Give ass finish.
if you want the YouTube drink, you know, you gotta
Have you
get
ever
there
been
by
so
running back.
hungover you want to drown
the
in a
water.
vat of Powerade?
I'm about to drink water.
He drops.
Are you a thirsty
You're
bitch? Damn, I'm a thirsty bitch. Get a drink. At Big Drinks. BIGGDRINKS.org. Big Drinks.
You look hungry.
Quench that
Also,
thirsty bitch thirst.
Buy one now and get one free.
free feed at FREETHREE feed. Free thief feed.
Warning,
my-
and hey, that's not all. But you know, you sign in within the next 20 minutes to freefacts.com and you'll get another fact free. Facts.
Use offer code HUNGRRRY to get $5 off your next purchase at GetFat at McDonald's.com. It's hungry with four R's. It's hungry. You gotta roll. Who can you roll your R, Courtenay? Say hungry with like a. Say,
Do you like to wear while you're YouTube? Giorgio or Armani?
do you wear the Dolmio green?
Oui. Giorgio or Armani?
Sign up to spray this deodorant in your pits, you stink cunt.com. Use offer code I'm a stank bitch to get $5 off. Anyway, what was your question you asked before we left?
Oh no, I was talking shit.
You said
He
something
was,
about something serious, and I was like, ugh, I'm falling
Yeah,
asleep.
it went serious and then it went to...
so he was asking about your
Double
schedule
upload.
at the moment. It
I don't have
seems
a
to be two a week.
Consistency.
I've
Yeah, like,
uploaded
what was your
3 this week.
what was your consistency?
I'm not consistent. I just put out shit as much as I can. Cause why not?
Yeah.
You know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
that's-
like your mindset. I was gonna say before, like I like your mindset of having videos stacked up, because then you can just like chuck them out, and you're not pressured to be like, oh, I've got to put a video out. But then again, I can see how that, to me at least, would probably be kind of bad, because I would just put it off like all the time, over and over and over and over again. You know.
Oh yeah, like I basically just upload the video and then I just schedule it. Like that's basically how I do it.
Oh, okay. So you upload it, then set the. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I
Yes,
just leave it.
yeah. I see. I probably couldn't do that because I've got so much shit that I'm just constantly. Like I said, I've got so much free time now. I can just keep sort of like recording shit and putting stuff out there as much as I want. So I'm not really restrained by time constraints or anything. I can just fuck
I
around.
felt like if I had the same thing as you, I think I would have daily uploads if anything.
I
But I
wouldn't call
guess
mine
just
daily
with-
uploads because I have had a video.
No,
ready,
I'm saying
but-
I would do daily uploads.
You heard it here first, guys, over on Vienda's good podcast called, what was it called? Free
Free
facts.
content every day.
Free facts.
Free content every day.
Yeah.
That's
facts.
NEW.
If he doesn't do daily content, I'm gonna do the biggest exposed video on you ever fucking seen, dude.
No, I'll say if I had time to
I'm
do it.
kidding.
If I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
time.
yeah. I mean, I'm legit just uploading shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Just
I'm
whenever you
putting it
can,
out.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, just getting
Which is
content
pretty
out there
cool,
for
like-
people to watch. Travis, I can hear
Hey.
myself in your mic and it's driving me fucking crazy.
I'm sorry. That's just the
Just be better.
keep throwing shit
Just be,
at the wall.
keep
Keep
throwing
throwing
hands.
shit at the wall till it sticks, right?
Keep
That's
throwing
the thing.
hands. Yeah.
Keep throwing hands. And when you hit a face,
Catch these hands.
So, so
hit a winner.
I'm going to over to you now, Travis, with your
What?
fucking your
Why?
your
Give me some material.
exercise you did today. I want to know.
Hey. Okay, so today was
Benching.
chest, shoulders, and triceps. I don't have a bench. I use the corner of my bed. It's very soft, very comfortable.
Nice.
I got some dumbbells. They probably weigh like 50 grams each.
Fuck you, dude. That's how I started.
50 grams.
That's how I started lifting with 50-gram weights. 500 grams.
So
Okay.
what are they called?
Half kg dumbbells.
Chest press.
Oh.
Chest press.
yeah.
Flies. What is it?
So you're just slinging
What is
dick, huh?
Yeah, just sitting there in bed jerking off.
Yeah.
Get the heart rate going. Working. You gotta switch arms. You gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's actually
And,
usually 12 reps, but that's fine.
12. Hey,
It's actually
Baby steps.
15.
baby steps.
Oh.
Your V-ender with the big nuts, eh? Stepping in, trying to step up to the plate.
15. 15 reps.
I had been working out heaps last year. I had a personal trainer. Heaps.
Take me to the gym.
Fuck yeah, boy.
Can a spinny boy? Where did my volume go? What the heck? What the heck?
What is
What
this?
the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What volume? What is wrong with you? And there we have it, another ad break. Get
Are
your
you okay?
get your Subway-ish
What the heck?
sandwiches down at Bob's Deli. Are you there, V? Don't tell me.
I'm here, man.
Okay. We're gonna have to cover Travis while he fucking figures this shit out.
Kill me.
Kill you? Did you mute yourself?
No, I can still hear you, but you're very quiet.
Hmm.
No.
I think this is a hardware issue. My headset might need replacing.
Sounds like it.
So if you'd like to donate to the Travis New Headset Fund, visit freefacts.com. That's
Free
FREEFAXX.
Free gags.
Hit the donate button for an instant $3 donation.
There is no button. The button under
Why
your
is this
desk, under everybody's desk who's watching this. There's a donate $3 button. Boop. Am I quiet for anybody else, or is it just this boy struggling?
No,
you're
everybody
not
is
quite-
quiet for me.
No, you're good. man.
Oh.
This is my fault. I did this.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Can I add like a wacky fucking effect to my voice? Did that?
Give me 5 seconds.
Hello. Oh wait, I don't want to do that because that's OBS. I'm fucking with shit. Oh god, I made a mistake.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my god, I think I actually accidentally added a fucking thing.
What'd you do?
I added a noise gate to my mic. I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. Help! Help! Help me, please. I can remove it. Thank God. Thank God.
Oh.
Yo, T, what are you doing, you fucking goo?
Could give my
Chameleons and geckos.
Eh?
What are you up to, G? The good gear, and you're waiting for the.
I'm listening very carefully.
You were talking.
yeah, and I guess
When? What?
You were talking about your 500-gram
What?
dumbbells
Who,
and
where?
masturbating on the end
Oh,
of
I
your
was
comfy
too.
bed.
Yeah. No, that's just the thing.
Is that it?
You
That's
know?
the end of the point.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with that. It's just it's a thing for me it's a habit I'm trying to get into. 3 times a week. Just some basics.
Nice.
Yeah.
You'll work your way up, and then you'll be jacking it in 2 pumps.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll be able to leave my house and jack it in public. I'm just kidding. Maybe one day I'll get to a gym somewhere.
Come to my gym, G. I don't have a gym.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You don't have a gym.
No, I don't. I have
Come to my house.
I've got 500-gram dumbbells. I remember starting with that shit, actually. Like, I started with really small weights.
You remember?
I was a scrawny fella when I was like...
Do you remember when?
School. Yeah.
Do you remember when you lost your mind?
Nope.
Did we lose Dylan again?
I think we lost Dylan again.
Oh my god.
Dylan! Dylan!
I can't hear Courtenay either.
Hello? Dylan?
Right. I actually don't know what the fuck. I think I pulled some shit. Hello?
He's gone.
He gone.
I'm
He
dead.
dead. What is this? Wait. Why can't I like push the cable back inside my headset?
I have to try and talk to these guys
This is
without
whack.
talking.
Alright,
I think
well,
I have a wiring issue.
this was the podcast. It was
Yeah,
real
that's
fun.
the podcast.
I had fun. Thank you, Dylan, for inviting me to your podcast.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
this has been me, T, D, and C. And we out.
Listen to these
Yeah.
guys. And that was Viander's outro to my podcast. Thank you all for watching. Our mic's cut out, so I don't know what happened. Our internet died or something. So subscribe to all the channels that I'm going to link below. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.